So much quicksand as well. I am here with our club representatives, Brody, Brendan, and of course Rusty, who doesn't get a mic because mics are for winners. Sorry, that's just how it is right now. Look, this was a unique event, first of its kind. I feel like in Brisbane, specifically in Rocket League, in and of itself. Brody, from what I understand, you were one of the big names in putting this together. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong at that. But what was the process like for putting this all in one place?
Sorry, I've just got like a million voices in my head here. Yeah. Stop talking, Alex. All right, so are you able to repeat your question because I didn't hear a word of that?
No, for those of you who don't know, these headsets are connected to everything in production,
Yeah.
and I just want you all to know, because we found out Quicksand is off to read a lovely book before tucking in for
Of
tonight
course
that
he
we
is.
just
Of
all
course he
heard about. But no, my question was, how did putting together this event come to be?
So we came up with the concept about a few years ago where we actually wanted to build a range of events and leagues to pretty much make the stepping stone from the local level to something like this, where they could come out and make teams and be in that live sort of the league setting. And then one thing led to another, and then we reached out to a few of these guys and formed like a league, and then we went from there.
Yeah, and I mean, I think this league, for our first time around, in terms of laying down the framework, super successful. The quality of play was incredibly impressive for something like this, which I'm super excited for. And we do have Rusty a bit to thank for that, actually playing on the side itself. But I want to talk a little bit, too, about Team Bliss, because you guys have been in the esports scene, first and foremost, as a competitive club, and then this has only come up recently. Is this kind of the direction where you see you guys going in the future?
Yeah, well, initially we made our HQ as a place for our teams to sort of boot camp, but then we realized we had sort of this unutilized space, and we sort of had a little bit of a talk about sort of what we wanted to contribute to the esports space, and we really think, having a place to support grassroots esports where we can sort of teach sustainable gaming and things like that with all our family programs and things like that is really important. So yeah, this is pretty much the first night. It's actually, the stage has been used to its like initial potential. So it's kind of a great night for me to see it sort of come to fruition. So,
and you have like an amazing couch too.
Yes. Yeah,
Thank you.
I have been waiting so long to conduct interviews on a proper couch like this instead of that stool. That was hey, that was a good stool. I'm not going to knock the stool, but I guess, and then for the third club joining in as well for VR. I know I'll give you the microphone eventually. How does it kind of feel? Because again, like as well, you guys kind of newer, I suppose, to the esports scene in and of itself, but was still invited to come along and compete. What does it mean for you to sort of be extended that invitation and to like put your name in that same hat? As far as it goes, yeah, just get nice and comfy. We'll get
There we go. Much nicer. We're actually ecstatic that Brody actually reached out to us as well to compete in this competition. It's something that we were looking at doing anyway in the area, and having somebody that's pretty much already pre-established in the area helping us out, putting us in the right direction, and basically giving us a kick in the ass to make sure it's going the right way.
Yeah, nice, man.
In the arse. Very beneficial for us. So yeah, we are definitely going to be looking into where we can take it, definitely with the next season as well, and maybe even branching into other different educational things.
Yeah. I mean, education is always, I think, going to be an important stance today. I'm just going to hold it like this for the time being, especially, with the amount of high schoolers that were competing in this event. And back again to you, Brendan, with Team Bliss, because you had pretty much all high school teams. Was that a intentional decision making, or was it just something that worked out?
Yeah, it was definitely a conscious decision on our end. Sort of, much like Brody said earlier, we've always liked the idea of sort of having a pathway to sort of facilitate from high school esports to semi-pro to pro. So it just made sense to us to draft our teams from local high schools that were already competing in esports. So we reached out to a couple local schools, and we actually did run qualifiers, but just with like a draft of high school kids, and it actually worked out really well for us. Yeah, I couldn't be happier. So each week sort of they would come in an hour and a half early, and we'd provide some coaching for them, some like holistic performance coaching, and
because they saw that you were cited as said coach actually in one of those like interviews I saw before. So how hands on were you specifically in this team?
Yeah, I provided all the coaching sort of things, so I mean, I don't know how good I was.
I think that's what we should do next season. Actually,
They won Div 2. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I,
it felt rude to win both of them.
I'm not
so.
saying this as a call out, but I know Brody wasn't the coach of the TGG side, so
it's
you know.
all them. It's all them.
Yeah,
all them.
look, performance coaching, yeah, I was pretty hands-on, but sort of in-game coaching, I'm only like Champ 3, so not much I can teach these boys.
What rank are you again?
Let's not talk about that.
All right, no, this is just to confirm. I believe you're probably the highest ranked on this couch right now.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like,
I think I peaked GC1 one
So
time.
yeah, I think you'd be qualified in that one. Going back to you though, Brody, though, where do you sort of see this event evolving from here? Because I know this was only step one.
Yeah, so we have big plans for next year. We do want to expand it around the country. So, like, any centers out there that are watching or that have seen our rounds, it's best just to get into contact with us, and then we can see how like you can join up for season 2, which will be beginning February of next year.
When do registrations close for that?
They will open at probably the start of Feb. Then we'll launch the season at the end of February next year. Yeah.
All right, and for now, is it still going to be Rocket League or?
Ooh. Can't divulge a lot. There are a few games and a few unique games that we actually do want to bring. But yeah, we definitely want to expand on what we want to offer, and then we will take it from there. We obviously will bring back Rocket League, so we can bring back all these the wonderful teams that we've had here, and then we'll expand on that.
Excellent stuff. So, on that note, I do think it is time to sign off for tonight. It's been an amazing event, an amazing month of esports, grassroots esports growing. When, again, still blows my mind the quality of play that we saw throughout this event from all three of the teams. Yes, all three. Hey, you were able to take games off of both the teams that wound up winning in the end. So,
Yep.
So you know what? It was a high-level event, and hopefully, I'm excited for it. Continuing it in February. Personally, can't wait. So until then, have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you around.